So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we have another episode of the Trading Every Player rebuild series, and it's going to be the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are one of those teams that just doesn't necessarily feel like have a direction right now. There's really no young talent on the team that gets you super excited. A lot of the stars like DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine really don't push the needle enough to be an actual contender. So although there's definitely some talent here on this Bulls team, there's really nothing that's going to push you over the hump. So today, you guys know how these work. We're going to trade every single player away on the roster before year one kicks off. Of course, at no point in time any of the players that are currently on the Bulls come back to the team, and the end goal is to win a championship. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. When I was kind of going through the list of teams I had already done, I was mildly shocked to see I hadn't gotten to the Bulls yet. So I was very excited to do this today. I'm sure you guys have other ideas. Make sure to let me know those down below in the comment section. But without further ado, man, the Chicago Bulls, we're going to rebuild them. God knows they need it. Let's just get right into making trades with this team. Clearly, we have no say in any of it, but I want to check, are there any positions I can move around that would maybe boost some overalls? I think DeMar's probably highest at small forward. I don't think no. LaVine's probably good. Actually, LaVine used to go up at small forward. He still does. Good to know. Kobe White stays the same relatively, and then Lonzo Caruso. Okay, I'm sure everybody else here is good. Something that I just sometimes forget about is the fact that Lonzo Ball is on this team. I hope he gets back soon, man. But I guess we'll start out with the best player on this team, at least according to 2K. That is Mr. DeMar DeRozan, 34 years of age. We have 28 trade offers for him. Let's close the eyes, scroll through these, see what we end up on. Hopefully something that leads us to the promised land in the future. So we'll stop here right about now. And that gives me Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart for DeMar DeRozan and Julian Phillips. Not my favorite deal in the world, but again, he's 34, an expiring contract. Brandon Ingram would have been fantastic, but yeah, no, we got to take what we get, and that's Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart, so welcome to the team. Okay, continuing on, Zach LaVine is going to be next, clearly making a lot of money at 28 years old. He's not necessarily a bad player whatsoever. He's out right now with some injuries, but he probably could be a name moved at the deadline as well. So let's keep scrolling here. 3, 2, and 1. And that is Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez for Andre Drummond. So we're definitely not getting younger with this trade. We're getting 1 overall higher. I guess technically 2 maybe if you consider him a shooting guard. And yeah, and Brook Lopez. So again, not my favorite deals in the world. They're deals you kind of have to live with. Nikola Vucevic, I didn't love this signing when they made it. When they re-signed him, I understood why they did it. I just didn't love the idea of it. I don't think Nikola Vucevic is necessarily very good. So let's stop right now. And that gives us Joe Harris and Kevin Knox. Probably the worst option I could have gotten there for Nikola Vucevic. But you know what? We're not trying to be good this year. I think we've started that out pretty well. I'm going to do Kobe White and Lonzo Ball in the same deal to make it together about $30 million. Maybe we can get somebody relatively valuable here. So scroll. Stop right now. We're just going to go one to the left this time, which gives me Drew Holiday and Luke Cornett. Or it would have been Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Kyle Lowry, which I probably would have preferred just because Jaime Jaquez Jr. is obviously 22 years old. Drew Holiday is good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know exactly what he really does for this team timeline-wise. So, interesting nonetheless. Continuing to go on here, we'll do Alex Caruso. I'll throw him in a trade with Patrick Williams. We're still both relatively valuable, different ages, different positions, but whatever. All right, and 3, 2, and 1. That gives me Christian Brown and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope from the Denver Nuggets. At least Brown, I guess, is a little bit younger. I don't know. Let's keep going here. Not Luke Cornett, Christian Brown, Ayo Dosunmu, and we'll do him with Torrey Craig. So we're just getting through some of the rotational pieces right now. Not going to take as much time, obviously, just because we're going to combine them all in trade. So 2 and 1. Gabe Vincent and a first-round pick. I'll always take first-round picks in these scenarios, especially when I think there's a strong possibility the team might not be very good when we get into this. So Javon Carter, we'll do him. Dalen Terry still here. After that, I think Terry Taylor might be the only guy left. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. All right, man. One of our final deals here is going to come with the Sacramento Kings. Chris Duarte, Sasha Vezenkov for Javon Carter and Dalen Terry. All right. I just want to make sure. Are we good? Middleton, Holiday, Robinson, Lopez, Hart. I have no idea how I'm going to fit this team together, but I'll make it work. Joe Harris, Chris Duarte, Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox isn't. No, he's on the Pistons right now, I think, right? I believe Terry Taylor is the final guy because I don't do the two-way players. You all know that. So final trade right here is going to be with the New York Knicks. Ryan Arcidiacono in a second. Okay, whatever. Okay, now we have some interesting decisions and some big decisions, if you will, and what we want to do with this team because I want to play all 3 of these guys definitely. but I just don't know exactly where that's going to be. So I guess hang with me. I have a sneaky suspicion we're not going to be very good here in this first season in Chicago. Now, I did set a rotation. I think the best way I was able to. Starting 5 is just not really very exciting. Drew Holiday, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, Chris Middleton. Sasha Vezenkov is likely our best option at the 4. Maybe there's an argument to play both Lopez and Robinson next to each other, maybe just because Lopez can shoot a little, but I don't know. It doesn't really feel like having 2 7-footers next to each other. Probably the best way to do it. I know the Minnesota Timberwolves get away with it, but other than that, doesn't really feel very smart. Just my opinion. Robinson, our starting center. He's a little bit younger. He's an overall higher. The game actually wants Lopez to start. I'm not doing what the game wants. Lopez will be my 6th man, though. Christian Brown follows him. Gabe Vincent in here. Josh Hart. And then Kevin Knox is actually getting minutes. Literally the only, I guess, viable option at a backup power forward, backup stretch forward, whatever you want to call him. Luke, 7 foot for nothing. Cornette is not going to do it for me. Joe Harris doesn't really move me. These are not viable options, let's be honest with each other. So, yeah, out of all of the, I guess, year 1 kickoffs to trading every player rebuilds, this could be one of the worst positions we've started in so far. Now, to be fair, I haven't done a lot of, the completely piss-poor teams, but this is not a fun spot to be in whatsoever. I did confirm we do have our first-round pick this year, which probably going to be very, very important because I doubt we'll be good. But, yeah, we definitely have our work cut out for us. So, that being said, let's get through what's likely going to be a painful season. I'll see you guys at the end of it. 24-58. Kind of around what I was expecting here for year 1 in Chicago. It wasn't good. It's likely going to be a high draft pick, which, again, probably works in our favor. Luka Doncic, 1.2 assists off of a triple-double. Still an absolutely mind-bogglingly good season. Victor Wembanyama is your Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook, 6th Man of the Year in Los Angeles. Victor Wembanyama also wins a DPOY in his rookie season. Jalen Johnson, Most Improved. Cade Cunningham, Clutch Player. You don't really see that. Good for you, Cade. And Ty Lue, 65-17 for the Clippers. Goddamn. Coach of the Year. Okay. Let's see where we fell in the landscape of the Eastern Conference. I just don't know, and it is actually dead last. Again, maybe tough to see, but probably for the best. We're going to be, I guess, number 1 overall odds, or number 2, you get what I'm saying. We're in the bottom 3, which is really all that matters. Let's dive into some numbers on the season. Chris Middleton, 24 points a game. Drew Holiday. Sasha Vezenkov was our 3rd leading scorer. KCP, Brown, Lopez, Robinson, Knox, Hart, Vincent. Yeah, I would be surprised if the majority of this team came back next year. So let's just sim through the playoffs and get into an offseason that is very, very much needed right now. And looking like it is going to be a Bucks and a Mavericks finals. It'd actually be wildly entertaining, I can't even lie. Bucks go on to win it all. Giannis gets his 2nd championship and his 2nd finals MVP. Okay, LeBron calls it a career. Andre Iguodala already called it a career, man. As a podcast now for for damn many. What am I trying to say? For damn... I don't know. Al Horford, Nicholas Batum, Robin Lopez, JaVale McGee. Oh, man, this day is going to hurt. The day Derrick Rose retires. Staff retirements. Greg Popovich also going to hurt the day he calls it. LeBron Hall of Fame. Jersey retirements, LeBron and Blake Griffin. We hit the draft lottery, which probably the most important moment of this video for us. We're also projected to have the 5th overall pick from Portland. I'm pretty sure it's lottery protected, I think. Don't hold me to that. I don't know that for a damn fact. But let's see. We end up falling to number 5, which is less than ideal. And, yeah, I mean, is what it is. The Trailblazers, who we actually had their pick, I'm assuming whatever protection on it, was actually not for us. So, yeah, 5th overall pick while the Trailblazers go all the way up to 1. Awesome. All right. Billy Donovan, not really a big fan. Haven't really ever been a big fan. Let's look at the options here. Underwood's here. James Borrego. Jamal Mosley. Yeah. This is a shitty-ass, free agent coaching carousel, if you will. So, oh my god, we can't even get Stauffer. I try again? Nope. Okay, Underwood actually has worse ratings. But honestly, what other options do I really have right now, right? Okay, I'm going to go out and just get Underwood, I guess. Sure, why the hell not? I don't really necessarily want him. He's not my first choice, but he's what I have to do right now. So, or what I have to work with right now. So 5th overall pick. Yeah. Not exactly ideal when, you were the 2nd worst record in the league. It's shitty, it sucks, but it's what you have to work with. So, couple different things we can do with this draft pick. So, hang with me. The Spurs have number 2, and I want it. There's a player that I want that I think is likely going to go in the top 2, and yeah, I don't want that to happen. So let's make a deal, San Antonio. how many? You don't really need another young star, do you? You can just maybe take on like Gabe Vincent and we can shake hands. Maybe somebody like, I don't know if I want to give up Vazenkov because I think he actually could be relatively valuable. You want Chris Dwart? Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, please tell me Ron Holland doesn't go number 1. Isaiah Collier goes first overall. That's fine. I think maybe there's an argument to draft a guy like Alexander Sarr, but the center spot for me is really not of worry right now. Guy like Ron Holland's going to come in, maybe be the new face of the franchise. Chris Middleton played well for us. We all know damn well he's going to regress. So Ron Holland, 19 years of age, welcome to Chicago. Likely going to be my starting small forward for the remainder of the video. He sits at a 77 overall. Fine by me. All right, so Drew Holiday accepts, KCP accepts, Christian Brown we're going to bring back. So we have some things we have to do right now. We have to get this team younger. We have to get this team better. It's a tough thing to do, but okay, no thank you on either of them. It's a tough thing to do in like one offseason, so this might be a year-to-year process, but again, 32-year-old Chris Middleton, 34-year-old Drew Holiday, 36-year-old Brook Lopez, even 31-year-old KCP, they're not going to be here next year. Let's just be honest with each other. I'm not going to begin to try to explain the logic that the Sacramento Kings are using to make this trade, but I saw that it was an offer, so I'm going to immediately accept it before they change their minds. Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez are going to enjoy Sacramento, hopefully. I don't really care if they do, because De'Aaron Fox is definitely going to enjoy Chicago. We don't give up a single draft pick, and the Kings are willing to deal me him and Kevin Huerter for Lopez and Middleton. Why, I have absolutely no idea, but when stupid comes calling, you bet your ass I'm going to answer. So welcome to the team, De'Aaron Fox. Basically solidifies, I'd say 3 out of 5 starters. Fox going to be my starting point guard. Comfortable enough keeping Robinson maybe for one more year. Again, defensive-minded center. Not a guy who's going to put up 20 points a game, but he'll be good enough. And then Ron Holland definitely going to be my starting small forward. So at this point, we're looking for a shooting guard and a power forward. Power forward, definitely our biggest gaping hole last year, if you will. So that is definitely something we need to work on. But yeah, home run deal to start off this offseason. Our next trade comes with the Miami Heat, and it is another one to get younger. We are swapping Drew Holiday for Tyler Hero. We get 10 years younger. We get $10 million cheaper. Sasha Vazenkov, and we're also acquiring a 2027 first-round pick. Again, not really sure why this is a trade offer, but it is. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to run. So welcome to the team, Mr. Tyler Hero, solidifying that backcourt with him and De'Aaron Fox. I don't know exactly if it'd be my favorite backcourt in the world, but I think they'd be fine fitting together. I really do. So I'm excited about that. At this point, we still need to clarify who we're going to have starting at our power forward spot, because that is definitely still a gaping hole. So let's go figure that out. So I know if we were going to make a trade like this whatsoever, it's definitely going to hurt our depth. I mean, that kind of goes without being said, but power forward was a gaping hole for us last year, and it's definitely something we need to address. Now, I know I gave the whole spiel about starting 2 7-footers, Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson. Robinson's 7 feet, whatever. You get my point. It worked out with the Timberwolves. I said it before, and hopefully it works out here with us in Chicago. So I don't know what it's going to cost for me to acquire a guy like Karl Anthony Towns. I do have to be careful about what I give up here, but if it takes 2, 3, I'd give up 3, but that's where I'm drawing the line. And they do agree to it. So it's a lot. I understand, and I know we just gave up depth. Right now, we have Christian Brown for our bench. That is it. So we're going to have to be somewhat creative here in free agency. The bench is probably going to stink for 1 year. That's fine. I can live with it. It's just Trey Mann. Oh. Looks like he got released. All right, I'll take Trey Mann. All right, everybody else can just take a goddamn hike. I'm pretty much good. So we'll have him on a 1-year deal, which isn't exactly a long-term plan, but he's young enough where that overall will be nice. So now we need to figure out a backup 2 and then a backup 4 and 5. So they're not going to be great players. It's probably what we're going to have to deal with for 1 year. It is what it is. I'll give a 2-year deal to Kennard. Will he accept that? I hope he does. Please. Okay. Now it's the front court, and it's not going to be pretty. I think we can all pretty much put that together. A guy like Kenrich Williams wouldn't be too bad for a year. These are guys that are not going to be game-changing pieces, but it's what we got for 1 year. And then it's been a minute since I signed Billy Hernangomez, but he's going to be my guy. This guy used to be a staple of my rebuilds back in the day. So, yeah, we've significantly improved the starting 5. I am feeling anticipation that we could potentially be back in the playoffs next year, but I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm all of the above. I'll see you guys in the rotation. Last year, we had the second worst record in all of basketball. This year, we're looking to do a complete 180, get back into the playoffs, and hopefully compete for a championship. We've completely revamped this entire team. De'Aaron Fox, Tyler Hero, our new backcourt. We went ahead and drafted Ron Holland, number 2 overall. Karl Anthony Towns, and one of the mainstays, one of the only pieces still here from last year, Mitchell Robinson, going to be our starting center. Christian Brown is still here from last year. He's, I think, one of 2 pieces that'll be back from last year's team, and again, that was probably for the best. Trey Mann follows him. You got Billy Hernangomez, our backup center, Kenrich Williams in here, and then Luke Kennard, our 10th and final man in this rotation. So starting 5 is very, very good. I'm very excited to see how this first 5 fits together. Bench unit might be a little bit weaker, but that's something we'll address in the offseason. But nonetheless, I am very excited for this year of Bulls basketball. I'll see you guys at the end of it. 56-26. That is how year 2 went for us here in Chicago. It was a very good season, and I'm very excited about this potential playoff run. Nikola Jokic, MVP, 29, 12, 9.5. It was ridiculous. Alexander Sarr, Rookie of the Year. We did have the option to draft him. I decided not to because I thought our center spot was good. I will be interested to see how Ron Holland played. Cam Thomas averaged 28.5 points a game. 28.5 points a game. Man, won 6th Man of the Year. Put him into the starting lineup. Victor Wembanyama is your D-Point. Jayshawn Tate, Most Improved. Tyrese Halliburton, Clutch Player of the Year. Rick Carlisle, Coach of the Year. Really? Really? No love? All right, man. That hurts. Standings time. We are the 1 seed here in the East at 56 wins. Best record in the league, actually. I'll take it. I didn't think we were going to be quite that good, but nonetheless, beautiful. Hero and Fox averaged the exact same amount of points. Town was with very nice third option. Ron Holland, Trey Mann, Hernan Gomez, Brown, Robinson, Kennard, and Williams. Rebounds a game was Robinson. Assists, Mr. De'Aaron Fox. So we are facing a play-in team here in round 1, and that play-in team is going to be the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball, Bradley Beal is an interesting addition. Brandon Miller, Alexander Sarr is actually playing at their 4. Interesting. I'm not sure exactly how I love like that entire situation they have going on there, and I don't suspect this will be very challenging, and it was not. Moving on. Ooh. I thought for sure we had the Celtics, but no, the Pistons. All right, Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Azar Thompson, Tobias Harris made his way back to Detroit. Jalen Duren, Nikola Vucevic, our old friend, is here. Monte Morris, Marcus Sasser. All right, so the Pistons are not nearly as bad as they once were. I still think we're a better team, but they definitely are not dog shit. So we are 2-2. We go down 3-2. And we get bounced. Did we win first 2 and then lose 4 straight? That's less than ideal. Are the Pistons in the finals? Oh my God. What? We got... Okay. All right, man, we're just going to pretend that this season just didn't happen. It is time for year 2 coming up. No, I'm just kidding. It's year 3. That was insane. I don't think I've ever seen Nikola Vucevic win a finals MVP in one of these before. That's wild. I'm very happy we kept that Portland pick. It is projected at number 4. I know for a fact it is fact. It is unprotected. Where does it land? It lands at number 7. Can I just fall a little bit further today? I've fallen literally every single time. Staff signing, Jacob Underwood. I'm going to keep him. I think there are guys out there with better ratings, but ultimately he led us to the best record in the league, so I can live with it. And we did lose the defending or eventual champion, not defending champs, eventual champs. 7th overall pick can definitely be used to bolster this bench. I have no idea which position I'll draft, but I will draft somebody there. Doesn't really matter who it's going to be. Let's look at the summary so far. Ace Bailey, Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, Ian Jackson, Bryson Tucker are the guys that have gone off the board so far. I don't know exactly what position I need. Jaleel Bethia? Jaleel is possibly my best option. Luke Kennard was our shooting guard last year. Trey Johnson's a guy I've drafted before. It's worked out well. But if we're just looking like overall wise, looks like he's the highest ranked and C+, highest overall. So you know what, Jaleel Bethia, welcome to the team. Probably butchering the pronunciation of that last name, and for that, I do apologize. But he's a 76 overall. He'll be a nice bench piece for us. Christian Brown will be coming back to this team. Isaiah Levers, I have no idea how you ended up here. Trey Mann, I will qualify. I'm surprised we're actually able to qualify him. Solid backup point guard option, which means all we really have to figure out is the backup 4 and the backup 5. So let's see what my options here are. Guy like Sadiq Bey could be fun. Brooke Lopez, I guess technically we could bring back. Marvin Bagley wouldn't be a horrendous backup center option. You know, definitely could be worse options out there. So, you know, let's go ahead and bring back Marvin Bagley. We're not going to renounce Trey Mann, but everybody else is free to go because I do want to go ahead and make sure I get Trey Mann back. But Marvin Bagley is a nice piece to bring in as a backup 5. Former number 2 overall pick. Never really turned into what he possibly could have, but he's good enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sign Kendrick Williams and then, or sign him back, I guess. And then I'm going to include him in a deal with Kennard to hopefully find a little bit of an upgrade at the backup 4. So let's just see what we got here. Whoa, wait. Oh, no, I have Trey Mann coming back. I'm like, I need a point guard. Luke Kennard and then Kendrick Williams and a first-round pick. Not from us. We'll do ours in 2029 just because it'll be a little bit more valuable. I need a power forward. Kelly Olynyk, he's 34. Doesn't really excite me. Nikola Jovic, absolutely perfect. Welcome to the team. Okay, are there any other upgrades out there we could make? Our bench is going to be, like, pretty young if we're looking at it, but hindsight, I think we'll be fine. Let's just go ahead and I'll wait on Trey Mann. I don't think it's going to let me bring him back. I just want to see. Wait a minute. Oh, he's right here. Yeah, it's not going to let me pay him. I'll just wait till he either gets an offer or he accepts his qualifying. And I will see you guys at the start of, third and final season. Last year, we lost in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs after having the best record in all of basketball. Surely that was disappointing. This season, we decided to keep the entire starting five intact. However, we did make some pretty big improvements on the bench. De'Aaron Fox, Tyler Hero, Ron Holland, Karl-Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson remains the starting five. Trey Mann's going to be my sixth man here. Christian Brown follows him. Marvin Bagley III was a nice free agent signing. Nikola Jovic was a nice trade. And then Jaleel Bethia, I'm fucking terrible with names. But he's going to be our 10th and final guy. He is maybe out of everybody on the bench has the most upside. But ultimately, it's the last year. He's a rookie. He's going to play 10 minutes a night. But I am very, very excited to see what this team possibly could be. I think we have championship hopes and aspirations. And let's go hopefully live up to those. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. Our last season ends on a high note. We finished with a record of 62-20, and we are hopeful that that championship is well on its way. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is your MVP. Dylan Harper, Rookie of the Year in New Orleans. Isaiah Collier, Sixth Man of the Year. Is he behind Simons? I don't really know. Victor Wembanyama, is that 3 straight depoys? Did he win it last year? I don't really know. Jarris Walker, Most Improved. SGA, also Clutch Player of the Year. Seriously, we're not getting any love for Coach of the Year here whatsoever, and we've had the better record for 2 years in a row now. All right. Just fuel to the fire, baby. Fuel to the fire. Second straight season of the best record in all of basketball. Here's a look at the numbers. De'Aaron Fox, Tyler Hero, Karl-Anthony Towns, Ron Holland into a 17.5 point per game score. Really nice jump from him. Mann, Bagley, Bethia, I don't know. Robinson. Rebounds a game was Robinson as well, and then assists was De'Aaron Fox. So, who is it going to be? It is us in the 8 seed Orlando Magic. Oh my God. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Paolo Banchero. I just think we're a much better team at this. Okay. Hang on a damn minute. We're not doing this today. 2K. Don't do this to me. Okay. That is a big sigh of relief. Holy shit. Cleveland Cavaliers here in the East semis. They've added James Harden, but they've lost Darius Garland. Walker Kessler somehow ended up here. I have no idea what this team is. They're good, but I don't know if we're better, honestly. We're clearly not. God damn it. Oh, one of those days. What the fuck? There's a strong case that currently, like in real life right now, the 2 worst teams in the NBA have won championships in this video. Interesting. Yeah, it's just, you can't win them all. I don't know. Maybe I should have made an upgrade with either Robinson or Holland, but you know what? I thought they both kind of filled their roles well, and can't win them all. You can't. And I show you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, yeah, Bulls fans, I apologize. I'm sure you would all absolutely kill for a team that looks like this, though. So I do apologize. I didn't get a championship. Again, can't win them all. And hopefully you guys still enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. That'd be awesome. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. That is it for me on this one. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.